To the Manchester Arena as Frank Warren presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Queensberry Promotions in association with Top Rank Incorporated, sponsored by Coral and Raynham Steel. This bout is sanctioned by the WBO, President Francisco Valcarcel, supervisor is Istvan Koko Kovacs, along with the British Boxing Board of Control, the steward in charge, Alistair Hayes. Introducing to you our three judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Minnesota in the United States, Mark Nelson. From Cape Town, South Africa, Dion Duarte. And from Leeds, England, Dave Paris. Our third man to the ring, our referee in charge to give instructions after the introductions, from Birmingham, England, Terry O'Connor. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Lightweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live on Box Nation from Manchester, England, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada in the United States. He weighed in at 9 stone, 8 pounds, 11 ounces, or 134 1/4 pounds. His record, 28 wins, 1 loss, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, in his UK debut, he makes his second attempt at a world title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WBO #1 ranked lightweight in the world, introducing Diego Magdaleno. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with blue trim, fighting out of and representing his home of Manchester, England. He weighed in at 9 stone, 9 pounds, right at the limit of 135 US pounds. The newly crowned champion is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 28 wins, no losses, 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight he is making the first defense of his title. Here is the reigning, defending, and undefeated WBO lightweight champion of the world, introducing Terry Turbo Flanagan. Once again, a referee in charge. Now to give instructions, Terry O'Connor.
Here we go, lads. It's watching the shine jewelry and all I expect. Shake hands, best of luck to both. Here we go. God bless you both. Good luck both.
The preliminaries over, the talking over, and now Terry Flanagan has it to prove once again. He's never tasted defeat. Diego Magdaleno, he will be a hard man to beat. He's been preparing for this sparring, well, terrific quality sparring. He's been sparring Victor Ortiz. You can see Flanagan, the taller man, by some 3 inches, and he's got a reach advantage. Has that southpaw stance. Magdaleno has gone the 12-round distance. That was when he lost the WBO super featherweight title, a split decision against Roman Martinez. Flanagan 3 times has been scheduled to go 12 rounds, but he's never actually had to do it. I wonder if tonight could be the one.
You would suspect so, wouldn't you? I think Magdaleно's a good, tough fighter, good quality boxer, and I think you'd rather get the stoppage, you'd rather get the win. It's going to be a really hard night. But a good start from Flanagan. Keeping it nice and long.
Busy fighter, Flanagan. Underrated fighter, I think. Big fan of Manny Pacquiao. Magdaleno completely losing his footing on the ring surface.
He does have an extremely wide stance for a short guy, and I think that bodes well. If Terry can pepper him with jabs, double jab, a double feint, and then move back, Magdaleno might get caught in no man's land. But his legs are so wide, and that's when Terry can jump on him.
Accentuated by the slightly bizarre attire.
Good for Flanagan then. Good feet as well after throwing the punches, just spinning out of range.
Tight with the bookies this one, they found it difficult to split these two.
Well, Magdaleno's boxed at a higher level, that's why, you know, you can understand it.
Oh, flipped by a solid right hand there. Again, slipped, I think.
It is the wide stance, because he caught Terry, he caught Flanagan as well.
Totally different body types, aren't they? Magdaleno looks half as wide again as Flanagan. Flanagan, as ever, absolutely cut. Terrific boxing physique.
For me at the moment, Magdaleno's struggling to find his distance with Flanagan, who's just edging half a step out every time Magdaleno takes a step forward. It's a run for Flanagan. For me, he boxed quite well.
Nice boxing.
Nice and sharp and alert.
Steve Maylett in the corner with Bobby Rimmer and Frank Hopkins. Eldest of 6 kids, Terry Flanagan. I bet they're all here cheering him on tonight. And some of his big British rivals. Derry Matthews is here. Liam Walsh, Anthony Crollett. I can guarantee they'll be watching and a few more besides.
Well, Anthony Crollett, he was in the corner with Liam Smith just a minute ago.
And he slips to the ground again. Well, got an ongoing problem here. Problem with the ring surface or problem with the footwear? Doesn't seem to be affecting Flanagan, does it?
No.
Whatever he's got on his feet, Magdaleno, it's not doing the job. Nobody else has had this problem tonight. Oh, and he's showing. He's gone down, he lost his feet again, but it was a right hand.
Just caught Magdaleno swinging himself, both swing of a hooks, and Terry's was a short and crisper punch.
Yeah, more disciplined performance by a mile from Flanagan so far, and that is what's reaping dividends.
Got to go back to his plan now, though. With straight punches. Oh, lovely uppercut from Flanagan, again with the hooks.
Quality this from Flanagan.
It's that half a step, he takes that little slide out of distance.
Oh, what a shot. The uppercut was a peach. Oh, what a shot that was. I don't think Magdaleno's got much left now. That was a superb punch, the left hand of Flanagan. Twice down, another, and surely that'll be curtains. He's going to go again, I think. He's going to go again. The referee's looking, and down he goes. Straight back up, it's 3 times down.
7, 8.
He's still got more than 50 seconds. And Flanagan is in no mood to let him off the hook now. uppercut again. Almost went down with a delayed reaction. He's absolutely all over the place, Magdaleno.
He's done.
Big left hook again. Terry O'Connor watching closely. He's just swinging on instinct. He's got nothing left, surely. And he stopped it now. He has stopped it. A brutal victory. He has gone in there and just destroyed a world-class fighter. Well, this was a fight which the bookies could barely split. People are watching on almost with disbelief. He has gone in there and absolutely annihilated a top fighter.
He literally demolished him. Those uppercuts were something of absolutely beautiful. Flanagan winning was a massive surprise. It was always going to be a close fight, but Flanagan stopping Magdaleno, you wouldn't have got odds on that. It was impossible. It was never going to happen. That was just sensational. People can't say nothing about him being a world champion. No, that was just a tremendous win.
That was just stunning from Terry Flanagan.
And also, John, that was nothing to do with bad footwork. That was a beautiful shot there from Terry Flanagan.
Oh, so many. The first left uppercut was an absolute peach of a punch. I remember donkeys years ago, Lloyd Hunnigan doing similar things to world-class opposition, but he has absolutely mugged this guy tonight.
Look at that right hook.
Absolutely battered him.
See, the right hook he caught him with the first knockdown. That was the shot I was thinking about. The second, when he went on the second time, that uppercut there, that really, even though Magdaleno's calling him on, that was the start of the finish. The first knockdown, Magdaleno's swinging with him, and he's caught him first. But that uppercut for the second knockdown was something else. Oh, look at that, that's great.
Well, I know
so
that
accurate as well, and the referee could have stepped in any time he wanted to. He was looking, he was edging.
that is a brilliant performance from Terry Flanagan. We have so much talent around in this division at the moment, but just look at this, and I think the stoppage could and should have come before it did.
But I think the referee went to step in. Magdaleno threw a few punches. He didn't land, but he looked like he was trying to compete. But he was doing it out of instinct. He didn't know where he was. And either way, what a tremendous win. What a first defence that is. At home, beating a real top-class, world-class fighter. A guy who should have been a super featherweight champion of the world on our cards, the way we saw it in Macau. And he absolutely wiped the floor with him.
Well, that was, by any way of looking at it, something pretty special. Terry Flanagan, wow. Right, here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 38 seconds in round number 2. Our referee in charge, Terry O'Connor, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and still the undefeated WBO lightweight champion of the world, Terry Turbo Flanagan.
Still with the belt around his waist, and he was just brilliant tonight. And we'll hear from him, I'm sure, very soon as Magdaleno leaves the ring, a disconsolate figure.
Exceptional, incredible. Wow, what a performance by Terry Flanagan there. We were blown away ringside. Steve, how impressed were you by that performance?
That's
Terry. He was against Diego Magdaleno.
Exactly.
Fighter.
Exactly. It's a really good fight. A lot of people have Magdaleno in. That's the best performance by a British fighter this year. Now people can rank him the 5th best lightweight in Britain. He's just stupid.
I think he can end his critics now. Anybody who was criticising him, the questions that was asked about whether he was a real world champion, there you go, you've just seen it. Billy Joe, I know you haven't seen too much of Terry Flanagan. That's the first time you've properly seen him sat ringside, and you were just blown away.
Well, I rate Stephen Orman, and I didn't watch the fight, but when I heard he beat Stephen Orman, I thought, must be a good fighter. And then when I just sat and watched him tonight, what a performance. Listen, could be the pound for pound best British fighter I've seen this year. I mean, that was a joke of a performance.
Wow.
10 out of 10. blown me away anyway.
It's great to hear. You can see that genuine response from you, Billy Joe. Before we carry on, let's actually go to him and hear from the man himself. He's in the ring behind us with Bunsey.
Yeah, thanks very much indeed. And with the WBO lightweight champion, what a performance that was against a world-ranked top fighter. Terry, you were ruthless in there. You were savage in there. Could you tell early on in the first round that you could get to him?
No, we just went out with the plan of boxing, keeping it long, sharp, using our feet, making him miss and countering him. And then I just caught him and put it on him. I knew he was hurt. The first knockdown I thought, don't go too daft. And then as soon as I caught him again a few times with big shots, I knew he was there for the taking and I took it.
It's interesting you should say that don't go too daft, because you eventually did go too daft when you had him down 3 or 4 times.
That was when he was gone, but after the first knockdown he still had his bearings about him a bit, so touched him with a few jabs and let him come back and then attacked him when he was open and luckily caught him.
He's a genuine world-ranked fighter, like Zepeda, who was a genuine banger. So these 2 fighters in back-to-back fights in the second round. Can you believe you're where you are at the moment, Terry? Could you have to pinch yourself every morning?
No, I'm a pretty humble guy, down to earth. I know a few people said I didn't deserve to be world champion after I beat Zepeda. I said otherwise because I knew I had the beating of him. And I proved tonight that I am a true world champion. And sure, all these people who come out to watch me, they'll come again and it'll be even fuller.
There have been reports and there have been some ridiculous suggestions putting you at 3rd and 4th and 5th. That upset you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did a bit. I thought it was silly, but there was Sky out there, Sky's rankings, they ranked it. So just leave it to him. Like, I'm not bothered. I've got the world title, no one else has that lightweight, so I'm happy.
Frank, listen, we've been at ringside a lot when there's been British performances in world title fights. Billy Joe Saunders said that was the best pound-for-pound performance by a British fighter this year. I'm beginning to think we need to rank that ourselves and rank it high.
Well, I think it's one of the best I've seen for many, many years. I think what's more important is that he's I said this fight, and Harry wins it, is how he gets onto the world stage. He's up there with the best. Those rankings you talk about, forget them. That's somebody, they may have gone out and had a long lunch or something. He is, I'm telling you, the business. He beat the mandatory challenger. He beat him in style. I mean, he didn't just beat him, he destroyed him. That was an unbelievable performance.
When does he go out next?
Well, I just talked to Steve the manager. I've got to speak to Steve the trainer. I want him out on the 19th of December. It was only another 2-rounder, so he might want to get his Christmas bonus before then. It's up to him.
Terry, listen, I'm not going to ask you about when you're going to fight again, because you've got to celebrate. You've got to be.
It's sort of I know it's only been 2 rounds. People see 2 rounds. You don't see the hard training camps that are going. I've worked hard. I've had that many injuries and niggles coming up to the fights. It's unreal. But yeah, we'll see how we am and then we'll go again.
All seriousness, I know it's not been an ideal training camp. There have been lots of injuries, lots of niggles, as you call them. Were you close at any point to not going through with tonight?
No, not at all. I always fight. I've never pulled out of a fight in my career and I'm never going to. So not unless I'm seriously ill or injured, I won't pull out. But everyone gets little niggles. We all go in fights. Not 100%, but I'm still good. I still want easy.
And listen, the message, they've come out again. They came out to the cycling place. They packed that gaff. They made it lively. They've packed it here. They've made it lively. Send them a message.
Oh, they're the best fans in Madness. For how many's here, the noise they made is tremendous. And hopefully they'll all come again and more. Get behind me.
Terry Flanagan, the WBO lightweight champion of the world.